Hey, it's Dan. Welcome back. This is iAllegedly. And I've got a good one for you today, because have you noticed that all the services, everybody that you hire, everything that we want to do in our lives is costing more? Well, you are not alone when it comes to that. We're going to cover all that. Please don't forget to hit the like button. Please subscribe to the channel. If you're on the email list, check your inbox, because in the spam filter, you may have an email from me waiting there for you. Plus, we've got a sponsor today, Patriot Gold, and I'll talk about them a little bit later. But first things first, guys, core services, okay? Core services inflation is at its highest level. Now remember, inflation's subsiding, it's going down, the Fed's doing a great job. Inflation has at its highest level for core services since 1985 right now. That is unbelievable. Hello. And think about this. Everything that's non-home related is gone through the roof right now. Absolutely through the roof right now. But I wanted to cover a few of these with you guys, and everybody else had the idea to come out to Newport too. What a great place to walk. Let's go out there. So, okay, listen to this, guys. Housing is up last month, 0.42%. That's 5.2% annualized. Transportation services up 1%, that's 13% annualized. Recreation services 0.79%, which is 9.9. And then the big one that we've talked about till we're all blue in the face, which is insurance and financial services, which is up 1.64%, which is 21.6%, which you can see in your premiums. This is what everybody's paying. This is what's killing us right now, and this is what's happening around the country. And, you know, guys, this is noticeable. This is bad, and this is something that we're supposed to sit there and be told that personal consumption, expenditure, PCE, you know, that's what the Fed likes to use, because they want to sit there and say this is where inflation's at, and do people have money? People don't have money. People are paying more and buying less. Remember that. Just because there's companies making money right now, UBS, the financial services company, let me refresh your memory too. These are the people that fleeced everybody during the 2008, 2009 period, where they had all those liar loans and everything like that. They just paid a massive, well, I think it's $1.6 billion fine. The story was from last week. But UBS just announced the largest profit for a company, and it was bigger than Walmart and Apple combined for their profit, which they said was shenanigans and it was accounting nonsense. But regardless, guys, this is what you're seeing. You're seeing, you know, everybody paying more for everything. And just because you're paying more, we're not getting more right now. That's the problem with this. So everyone I've talked to about the insurance problem, that's only getting worse. Talking about different home improvements, different services, everything is going through the roof right now. You know, transportation, airline tickets, through the roof right now. You know, I'm starting to plan a bunch of trips, and just got my passport again, and I'm doing, you know, a bunch of different places and different countries and different things I have planned. So I mean, it's going to be a whirlwind between now and the end of the year of places I'm going to go and film and things like that. So I cannot wait to do this, cannot wait to share this with you guys. But as I'm talking to people, this is going through the roof right now. And one thing that's interesting is, you know, as I look at my client list, and you know, I had 4 potential clients this week, and they were all different. You know, hey, we're just trying to get the feel for what you want to do, to, hey, we're going to hire you, to, hey, we need you to help us raise money, this is what we want to do. But there were 4 of them this week. And the fascinating thing about this is that people, so many people think that the same problem, you know, that they have a money problem in the company, and that they need money and that's going to fix it. Well, so many of these people don't realize that if they had a marketing program, it would solve everything. Manufacturing, you know, in the medical space, there's so many different variables to the medical space, where people try to get regulatory issues, things through the FDA. How do you want to sell things? How are you going to present it? You're going to have a sales force. What are you going to do? Anyways, as I was dealing with that, people just think that the problem is write a check, give us a check, and it'll solve it. And it's not. And this goes back to finances. And I want to talk to you guys about this because, you know, the one thing that I did, and I thank my brother for this, because as I went through life and made money and, owed money and spent money, I'll go buy a new car and I'll, what's the payment? Okay, and do that. I live my life much differently today. And I really want you guys to understand this, that I don't owe anybody any money. I don't have a car payment. I have credit cards and things like that, but they all get the bonuses and the miles, and they get paid off at the end of the month. And this one's for travel, and this one's for entertainment and food and things like that. And it just kept really good, clean records doing it that way. And there is a value to doing that. And the reason for that is it just makes it really, really clean at the end of, every month, every quarter. And, as we get ready for September and we talk about, what we're going to do to get things ready financially, you've got to look at this. There's a guy named Dave Portnoy, and where have I heard that name? He owned a company called Barstool Sports and started it in 2003 and built up this sports news company. Let's just call it that. But it also did some other cool stuff on the side where he did, podcast, and he's a character, okay? And he was a degenerate gambler, and he loved the stock market, was a degenerate gambler at the stock market, and would sit there and day trade and bet and do things during the pandemic. But whether you like the guy or not, he was a very charismatic guy. He is a very charismatic guy. He sold his company for $551 million. And everybody does this. A lot of people buy businesses thinking, oh, this guy's an idiot. We're just going to kill it. We're going to blow it up. Penn International is a gaming company. If you talk to anybody about sports, what is going to save sports? Gambling is going to save sports. More young people are going to bet on baseball than, football and hockey and basketball and everything else. That's the future. That's what they're betting on. Penn International was going to do this and thought that they would buy Dave's company and blow it up. They added over 350 employees to the company. I mean, they bought it in 2020. And again, Dave became very rich for his, majority share. And the company, never really got ground with the sports gambling after they took it over from this guy. And you know what? It just was not the same company without this guy. This guy bought the company back in the last month for $1. $1, okay? It's incredible. It's absolutely incredible. But there's a lesson here in life and in your own life and in your own finances. And it's not, hey, be boisterous, be crazy, be a womanizer like this guy. I mean, he's a funny guy, okay? But the lesson is that, not everybody can fix everything. Everybody thinks they have the answers, but be a student of what you do. Be a student of your life. Get yourself out of debt. Be somebody trustworthy that people would want in your life. I always joke about people that use drugs and how I just don't associate with people that use drugs, because this sentence has never been uttered ever in an HR meeting. Let's hire Ken because he just does so much cocaine. That guy's great, okay? Mary, oh, what an alcoholic. Bring her on the team. Do you know what I mean? No one's ever said that, ever. Trustworthy. Somebody that people can rely on, that's important. Are you that person right now? Is your finances like that right now? Do you have everything set up in such a way that, you're not in debt? And again, something was sent to me about this one TikToker, this one young lady who's attractive, who travels the world, and, she makes money making videos, traveling the world. Come to Thailand with me, just book a ticket, do it. And the people that were responding, that were in her feed, were dead broke. And you're looking at 66% of the people in Australia cannot afford basic living needs, and they're going to cut out most, unessential spending right now. And then you've got all these young people in their 20s who are like, hey, I can't pay my rent, and you want me to buy a ticket for $1,000 to Thailand? No way. The message is, get your life in order. Get your life in order. It's so important right now. Nobody wants to look at this right now. Nobody wants to sit there and, are you the problem? Are you the person that is untrustworthy? Are you negative? Are you the person that, my parents this, my parents that, my husband this, my wife that? Be in charge of your own life, guys. Be in charge of your own life. from going through everything I went through in the last several years, but the last year with my girlfriend passing away, it just put a perspective on myself, but it made such a huge impact on my children, because my children realized that there are no limitations to this world, only time. Time is the limitation. Your success, it's in your own head, guys. You can do whatever you want. As much as I was against my son going to the school he's going to, he did it on his own. And, worked out, negotiated payments and deals with the school to where there is no student loan debt. Okay? Thank God. I mean, and then my daughter's doing her stuff and she's successful, but everything comes to having joy and having things in the moment. We're not rich, okay? I'm richer than a lot of people because I don't owe anybody any money. If I make $10 this month, it's my $10, okay? And I get to travel and I get to do things, and that is awesome. Dave Portnoy, he's getting his company back. And there's something to be said about that, because there's the news gets, oh, he's back and here comes trouble and all these headlines I won't even bother sharing with you. But he's letting go of 25% of the people because he doesn't need these people. And that's what people don't get. So very interesting, to say the least. But guys, set an example. Be happy. Be a good person. Be a good spouse. Be a good dad. Be a good brother. Be kind to people. People don't have it good right now. They don't. They're broke. They're miserable. They don't have anything. I had a friend of mine last week take me to lunch, and his young daughter, my kids are about the same age, okay, like within a year of each other, of my kids, and his daughter, the boyfriend called and says, hey, can I talk to you and get some business advice from you? Yeah, sure. Well, it turned out to, hey, I really care about your daughter. I want to marry your daughter. And I'm like, how honorable is that? That is absolutely amazing. You don't hear that anymore. When was the last time you heard a kid do that in his 20s? My friend hates the kid. Not kidding. Likes him a lot. But the point is that you don't see that. Are you that type of person that would do that? Are you the type of person that would go out and reach out and make that call? And I said, this kid, whether it works out, whether they get married or not, that was nice of that kid to do that. And people today need to understand, just the simplicities of joy and how you need to be on top of everything right now and just appreciate everything. My girlfriend has a service dog, and the service dog was going through training for her seizures. And this dog saved her life once, okay, without a doubt. But I refused to to put the service dog stuff on Rosie, and Rosie just had, she just had a bath today, and she looks great. But think about this. Think about how dogs are so happy. You show up, you could be gone to the mailbox. You show up, and they are grateful to see you. They're just ecstatic. Hey, you're back. Fantastic. Okay? You could be gone for 5 or 6 days, come back, and they are ecstatic to see you. I want you to think about this. Dogs live, okay? 1 day is equal to a week of our lives. Isn't that amazing when you think about that? So for every day, it's like us living a week. And these people, these dogs that are part of our lives, are just so grateful to be part of us. And you have to be that mentality. You've got to have that mentality of just having joy and being grateful for the people around you. If you're not happy at work, that's on you. Seriously. We've talked a lot about being miserable at work and getting out of your job and quitting, and I've done some great things, and I love my stories about quitting. I love my stories about breaking up with women. I love all that stuff. It's just great. It's part of it. But make your own decisions for your own happiness. It is 100% on you. And as we start a new month, and as you get into this right now, be Dave Portnoy. Have a new start. Get yourself a new, fresh beginning to everything. Again, I have a friend of mine who, I didn't know this, but he had kids from a previous relationship, and they don't speak to him. And I'm like, you know what, man? I went broke to keep my kids in my divorce, and I lost everything to have them in my life. If you want them in your life, it's not too late to be a good dad. It's not too late to go back and try. And I have people that are not in my life, guys, because they're horrible people and they're crappy, and you learn things about people that are posers and people that think that they're, they act a certain way, and there's certain business people that are completely fake. But man, oh man, I'm telling you, make your own mark, create your own happiness. Look at the people that are on this channel, all the subscribers, all the mail, the hundreds of emails I get on a given day where people spend the time to write and send me the stories and everything that you guys share with us. This is fantastic, guys. This is a community of successful people, various financial degrees of success, but everybody's concerned about the economy, everybody's concerned about their health, everybody's concerned about the future. And, I'm taking things more seriously in my life, but I'm going to have joy from today forward. And you need to look at that. And again, it's funny, my agent, my lawyer, all the people that are in my life, and it's like, will you work with this person? Let me, and I do my due diligence before I even send it to the team. Nope, tell them no. Tell them thank you for the offer, but no. And it used to infuriate them and get them upset, but now they're like, hey, they totally get it, because there's a level of, I don't want creeps, okay? It's that simple. Get rid of the creeps in your life, guys. I'm telling you, you'll be a better person for this, okay? Let's talk about our sponsor, Patriot Gold Group. Aristotle once said that there were 4 characteristics of sound money, and that it needed to be portable, divisible, durable, and have intrinsic value. And that's exactly what gold is. You need to look at adding gold in your portfolio and making sure that it's in your retirement. And the best place to do that is Patriot Gold Group. Call them today, 888-330-1431. Call them today or use the link below and find out how an IRA and 401k can help you when it comes to precious metals. Patriot Gold sells everything, all types of metals, but you need to look at having gold in your portfolio right now. It's never been a better time. Think about this, guys. You get insurance on everything in your life, from your car, your home, your health. You need to get insurance on your money. And the best place to do that is Patriot Gold Group. I'm not just a spokesman, I'm a client. I love the company. The customer service is first rate, but call them today and get yourself a free investor guide. 888-330-1431 and let them know that Dan from iAllegedly sent you. There's a lot more news to cover right now. Think about this. You're looking for a job, you have a salary demand, and you're looking to be in the marketing sales space. Think about this. Employers are cutting salary offers on an average 47% right now. 47%. Why? Because we don't need to pay you that much. You don't want the job? Guess what? There's so many people out there that will take this. Now remember, unemployment's at 3.5%. Nobody wants to work, right? Right. Okay. Real estate, couple great real estate stories. First things first, investor purchases have dropped a whopping 47% right now, guys, in 2023. 47% right now. And the majority of these people that are buying these, they've got a lot of inexperienced people that are buying investment properties right now. And the problem with these people that buy investment properties is that, they don't negotiate the deal properly. They have the payments too high. They don't have the, they underestimate, remodeling costs. They underestimate plumbing issues, electrical, the usual things. Well, that should be about $5,000 and it's 40, you know what I mean? Type of stuff. So that's happening over and over and over again. Now, Lennar Homes, this is just ridiculous. They're building a tiny home village. And the thing that caught my eye about this is that people started to send out their personal opinions on these tiny homes. And basically these are like as wide as a trailer, and they're double, and they're $163,000, for 636 square feet. It's crazy, guys. And they're calling them Elm Village, and just different places in San Antonio, Texas. Pass. People don't want to live in these tiny homes. Remember, when a tiny home was devised, the idea with these places was that they were going to be $50,000, $60,000, not $163,000. And the idea of this is that I don't want anybody near me when I buy a house. I want to be alone. So that's the thing, that's the problem that you're having with all these people. Plus, Lennar, the one thing that you don't hear about is their unfinished houses anymore. We don't know the exact number of unfinished houses that are in their financial statements. They're doing everything they can to not give us those figures. Why is that? Because they have a ton of them. An absolute, probably 30,000 of those that are not, finished. Now, they've sold a lot to investors and things like that, but they cannot sell all of it to everybody. Interest rates are going up. They are victims of this also. They no longer have the sweetheart deals with this really cheap financing. They've got to pay the same price that you and I are paying for things right now. So we're seeing problems in a lot of different places. Think about this one. United Auto Workers, it looks like they're going to strike against the big three United States auto companies. Guys, slumping sales and demands for more money. Does that sound about right? I mean, it's going to be a killer. The thing that's great about this story, read the story below, is that it came from a former executive of General Motors, and who, think about it, Ted left the company, but Ted knows what's going on. Hey, how's the strike talks going? That's bad, And again, I pulled Ted's name out of thin air. But next thing is, think about this. JCPenney's. JCPenney's just announced that they're doing a $1 billion expansion. $1 billion for marketing and facelifts on their stores. Whoa, okay? I'm telling you, man. Seriously, if you had to name somebody that was going bankrupt next, wouldn't you say JCPenney's? Who is it, guys? Is it Kohl's? Is it Macy's? Is it JCPenney's? I mean, I just never thought that they would have raised $1 billion to go out and increase marketing. You need to have discount retailers, I understand that, but you also need to have good service, clean stores, not to have crap spewing all over the floor. Nothing is worse than walking into a store. It looks like it was raided by thieves, and you got clothes all over the place. That's what JCPenney's look like. The last 2 times I was in there, and I wish I would have filmed it because I was like, what am I doing here? So that's the sign of the times right now, guys. In addition to you guys and all the emails that I get, I have over 50 paid news sources. And every now and then I cancel one. One of them that's just on the cusp right now, and I'm this close to getting rid of it, is Bloomberg. Bloomberg has a story that's below that says consumers are in over $1 trillion worth of debt, and this is a sign of, strength in our economy. And what, a jail? I mean, come on. How do you have strength in economy when people are $1 trillion in debt? It's absolutely insanity. Go buy more. It's like that travel blogger, that kid telling people to go buy a ticket. Go get yourself in more debt. Have fun. Have a good time. Go get another tattoo. Look at mine. They're stupid. You know what I mean? Come on. So you're seeing more and more problems with this. That's what I'm getting at. I'm absolutely loving Kevin Costner's divorce. I like Kevin Costner, but I love the headlines. And the latest one is he says, my wife every month is committing marital jihad against him. And this has just been a financial crisis after financial crisis for him. Okay, sorry. Barry Diller, former Viacom, president, steps forward and says that Hollywood may never come back from this strike. And they're so far apart right now. Now, guys, think about this. You guys remember the show Suits? Okay, let me tell you the problem with this. Suits just got put on Netflix, and now everybody's watching it, and they're binging it, and they're watching this show all over again. It has been on in a few years now. But here's the thing about this. It gets put onto Netflix. It's not regular residuals. The writers and the actors and everybody are getting pennies on the dollar. Pennies on the dollar. And you can say no big deal. It's a huge deal, guys, because it makes you not want to write things if you're not going to get paid. It makes you not want to act in things if you're not going to get paid. The idea of hitting the mother load in acting and writing and stuff is, getting yourself to syndication or a deal like that, but not anymore. So things are a mile apart right now, and it's very interesting. couple things that are fascinating I'm going to end this video with. People went to a restaurant, and stories out of the New York Post, and I'll give you two of these. Everything was great with our dinner until I saw the charge that said a-hole on it. And the guy had ordered a drink that's called the a-hole. He didn't know that, but it was $15, which I thought was kind of funny. And I'm like, what an a-hole, they didn't know that. But the best one was a woman that went to a, not Tommy John's, but the other place. Anyways, she went to a sandwich shop, and she thought that they wrote bitch on the sandwich. And she came in and threw it at him and said, how dare you call me a bitch? And he said, ma'am, you ordered a BLT with cheese. That's an L. BLTCH. That's what that is. So I love that. I got an absolute kick out of that one. And anyways, share your thoughts on all this stuff, guys. A lot covered today. And I'm telling you guys, make your own mark. New month. It's a fresh start. Make changes in your life. Make changes with your friends, your family. Get your health in order. Good luck to you. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, take a look at the sponsor, and I will see you guys very soon.